Tonight, you will close your eyes and expect to sleep until morning. You will not think about it, you will not question it. But for 300,000 years, not a single one of your ancestors did that. Not one. Because the night was not for sleeping, not the way you think. And what ancient humans actually did between sunset and sunrise will completely change how you think about darkness, rest, and what your body is still trying to tell you right now.
Let's start with what most people assume, that ancient humans were exhausted by sundown, that they collapsed, slept hard, and woke at dawn. Simple, primitive, predictable. That assumption is wrong.
Fire changed everything. The earliest solid evidence of humans controlling fire comes from Wonderwork Cave in South Africa, roughly 1 million years ago. But fire did not just keep people warm. Fire restructured the entire human day. Before fire, when the sun set, you stopped moving. Moving in darkness meant becoming food. Leopards, hyenas, and spotted wolves could see just fine at night. You could not. Fire created a circle of safety, roughly 30 feet in diameter. Inside that circle, predators would not come. Outside that circle, you died. Fire added 2 to 4 usable hours to every single night. And what they did with those hours changed our species forever. In 2014, anthropologist Polly Wiessner published a landmark study in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. She spent years recording conversations among the Juhansi Bushmen of the Kalahari Desert. What she found was striking. During the day, roughly 80% of conversations were practical. Where to hunt, which plants were ready, logistics, planning, survival. Daytime talk was work. But at night, around the fire, everything changed. At night, 81% of conversations were stories, tales of distant places, myths about how the world began, jokes that made the whole camp laugh. Wiessner argued that nighttime conversation around fire is where human culture was born. The campfire was the original theater, the original classroom, the original church. It is where humans first learned to imagine things that do not exist yet. It is where we became us.
But here is the part that almost nobody talks about. You were not designed to sleep the way you sleep right now. In 2001, historian Roger Eckertz published a paper that changed sleep science forever. He spent 16 years digging through historical records, prayer books from the 1400s, court documents, private diaries, medical texts. All of them mentioned the same thing: first sleep and second sleep. Before the industrial age, people did not sleep in one continuous block. They slept for roughly 4 hours, then woke up, stayed awake for 1 to 2 hours, then slept again until dawn. This was not insomnia. This was normal. This is how every human on Earth slept for thousands of years. And what did they do during that wakeful window? Everything. They interpreted their dreams while still fresh. They prayed. They lay in the dark and thought. The quiet hours between first and second sleep, when the mind was calm and the world was still. Then science confirmed it. In 1992, psychiatrist Thomas Weir at the National Institute of Mental Health ran an experiment. He removed all artificial light from volunteers' lives for 1 month. Within weeks, every single participant settled into the same pattern: 4 hours of sleep, 1 to 2 hours of quiet wakefulness, 4 more hours of sleep. Nobody told them to do this. Their bodies just did it. As if some ancient program had been waiting inside them the whole time, buried under centuries of electric light. Weir measured their hormone levels during that wakeful period. Their brains were producing elevated levels of prolactin, the same hormone released during meditation and deep relaxation. They described feeling peaceful, reflective, almost meditative. It was not just a gap in sleep. It was its own distinct state of consciousness, one that most modern humans have never experienced.
So what killed it?
Light. In 1879, Thomas Edison commercialized the electric light bulb. Within a single generation, the night as humans had known it for 300,000 years was gone. Modern humans are now exposed to artificial light 7 to 8 hours after sunset every single night. That light suppresses melatonin and disrupts a circadian rhythm that took millions of years to build.
What if waking up at 2 a.m. and lying there in the dark is not your body malfunctioning? What if it is your body remembering exactly what it was built to do? For 300,000 years, your ancestors did not waste the night. They told stories that built civilizations. They slept in 2 phases with a window of quiet reflection between. They lived in darkness so complete that the Milky Way was not something you drove to see. It was just the sky. We traded all of that for a light switch. And most of us never even knew what we gave up.